Hey everyone, welcome back to Cooking with Zeez. On today's episode, we are making a roasted leg of lamb. As usual, if you like this video, click that subscribe button as well as the notification bell if you want to see more of me and my videos. We are just going to get started today with a 3 kilogram leg of lamb with the bone still in as well as most of the fat still on it. And for our spice rub, we are going to be using mixed spices today. It's one of the only recipes that I have that I use mixed spices, and it's just because I don't want to still worry about adding salt or worrying that the leg of lamb is too little or too much salt. I keep my quantities to a minimum though, so I only use about 3 teaspoons in total of spices as well as 2 teaspoons plus a little bit extra just for good luck of crushed garlic. So we're just going to add our spice rub now onto our leg of lamb with a little bit of canola oil as well, just to make it a bit more easier to rub the spice rub onto the leg of lamb and make sure that there's no bald spots or uncovered spots. You want an even coating of your spices all over that leg of lamb. So leg of lamb is one of those things that many South African households have on special occasions, whether it's Eid, Christmas, Easter, Hanukkah, New Year's Eve, any celebration. I think some people even have it on Heritage Day. I'm not sure actually, but yeah, it's one of those things that one of the old aunties in the house will always make it, and it's just like the centerpiece of a table. However, many people are a little bit scared to make leg of lamb. I think it's the size, and if you don't make it correctly, it can be a bit dry. However, hopefully after this video, I hope a lot more people try to make it this way and see that it's actually not that intimidating, and that you just need to give it a bit of tender love and care and just have a bit of patience as well. Now we're just prepping our pot. We are using a heavy duty or heavy paste pot just to make heat transfer a bit easier, and just adding a bit of canola oil as well as our bay leaves, our peppercorns and our cloves. Yes, our cloves. And it's always nice to use a pot that can go into the oven as well, especially if you don't want to do the whole checking it every couple of minutes, but still want a really nice sauce develop. And that is the sound that you definitely want to hear, which means that your fat is rendering down, becoming caramelized and just creating so much good flavor. And we are just going to keep it down onto the fat side for as long as we can to just make it as brown as we possibly can. Then we're going to turn it around and do exactly the same thing for the other side and just get a nice crust developed all over that leg of lamb. Now to the more technical side of cooking your leg of lamb. Once you are happy with the sear that developed as well as the crust, you are just going to add about a half a cup to a cup of water depending on the surface area of your pot, and you are going to braise your leg of lamb in that liquid. You can use stock if you want to. I don't like to because it's too salty for me. And all you're going to do is cover the base of the pot, cover it for 30 minutes and let it cook on a medium heat. You can lower the heat if you want to, but remember that also affects the cooking time. And you're going to check it every 30 minutes, turn it around. If the water gets too little, you're just going to add a bit more water. And you're obviously going to cook it covered like I'm going to do now. Two and a half hours later, that is how our leg of lamb is looking. It is done, it is soft, the braising liquid has become nice and rich and thick at the bottom. You can add a bit of flour if you wanted to turn it into a gravy. I don't always, but it's optional if you'd like to. Now we're just going to transfer it onto a wooden plank and we're going to carve it. Because we cooked this in braising liquid, you don't need to let it rest, but if you want to, again, it's your choice. And we are just going to make it easier to carve by pulling out that joint as well as the bone and just carving it into lovely thick slices of meat. Please don't do the thin slicing. You deserve a nice piece of leg of lamb. You've waited 2.5 hours for this. You deserve it. What's nice about cooking it over a stove or making it as a pot toast is that you can make it the day before or you can make it the night before and just pop it into the fridge when it's done and heat it up the next day over a medium heat, and it will still be as moist and succulent and amazing as ever. I know I said moist, I'm very sorry, I know a lot of people don't like that word, but that's the beauty of making leg of lamb in a pot, is that it's foolproof basically. Once I was done carving it, I just threw it back into our pot with our braising liquid and made sure all the pieces of leg were covered in our lovely sauce that we made, and I served it with a warm aubergine and spinach salad. You can serve it with whatever accompaniment you want. Toasted vegetables is always a hit, roasted potato just hits the spot even better, savory rice, anything you want. It's amazing the following day as a toasted sandwich with coleslaw or mayo. And yeah, that's basically my leg of lamb. I hope I inspired you. I hope I got you wanting to make leg of lamb. Let me know if you do. Let me know how it goes. Let me know what you think. And until next time, bye guys.